Good morning. Okay.
Set your mind free. Made a promise to myself. This time I will keep it. Where there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every smile, with every tear, I know I will make it. I'm gonna see a brighter day. Oh, oh, oh.
Every day.
And yet I wonder, why do we put each other through hell? Why can't we just get over ourselves? I know we should. You cast your spell and I went under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. Yeah, so I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Yeah, made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free, set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, oh, right, yeah, yeah. Oh, made a promise to myself. This time I will keep it. Where there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every smile, with every tear, I know I will make it.
Like it or not, with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, people. Happy Friday.
It's finally Friday.
It is Friday, no longer Friday Junior. Welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
And not care who doesn't like it.
Look at we on time today. Yay.
Friday, May 14th, 2021. And Rebecca Azor and James Bubba Williams, they're in the house with us this morning. Rebecca, somebody said every weekend needs to be your birthday weekend because, well, you're here. Good morning. How you doing,
and
sis?
that somebody was Dwayne because he was being shady, but that's all right. Every day does need to be my birthday weekend, though. Every day does need to be my birthday weekend. That would be my
Oh, man. It was a
little shaky. It was a little dusty. Something. I was like, what's the word?
We're rusty.
But I came on strong. You know, that's how you got to be strong about it. You got to be confident, even though I may not have known the words. It was okay. It was. I gave it what it needed.
Right.
She had a split second to process. She had to think for a split second. That's all that was.
I'm supposed to come up. What?
Yeah, right. Because if I do the whole thing and you're here, then people in the audience gonna be like, Ben, look at Ben trying to steal Rebecca's shine. That's like, so good to have you here this morning. Good morning to everybody in the chat rooms across all the different platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all the different platforms we're streaming to. Be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. As always, it is a beautiful day. I mean, listen, before I even get to that, I'm going to get my second vaccine today. So I am I'm almost out of this pandemic. I am excited about that. So as soon as this episode is over, I got to find my vaccination card. So I should have known. That I was going to be the one to lose it. And my wife has her. So I'm assuming, James, and I don't know if anybody knows, I'm assuming they'll just let me come and get my second shot anyway, right? I don't absolutely have to show my card, do I?
They should, and if anything, it should still be in the system as well too, because they're going to take your information again. So if anything, they'll probably give you another one, write the old date on there, and then put the new date on there. So you still be straight.
Okay, because I'm going to the same.
What did you wear on that day?
Say, are you going to the same
Maybe it's
place?
in those pants.
Yeah, I'm going to the same place, and well, the thing is, it's like Hikey, I lost my whole wallet. It's in my wallet, and I've lost my entire wallet. So I don't have credit card. I don't have debit card. I got nothing. So I got no ID. I got nothing. So I got to tear this house apart. Maybe I'll find it. But we'll see.
Well, since you have no ID or anything like that, did you put in to get it all replaced? Like,
No, I'm not. I'm not at crisis mode yet. I'm not
because it's in the house.
It's somewhere in this. And truth be told, I know Jeremiah has hid it somewhere because with this thing, he goes and grabs stuff. And he runs and he hides it. And normally, like, he's slow because babies, they think they're running fast, but they're really slow as hell. And so normally I catch him, but I wasn't looking this time. So no, this thing might be somewhere in one of his old pull-ups somewhere that he hid in the corner underneath some.
Not the old pull-up.
But because he would come. What's funny is though, being over here trying to blame it on Jeremiah, he probably been one that lost his damn self.
And he don't know where he put it. But it's
gotta blame it on the goddamn kids.
Probably.
Jeremiah. Okay. It's
probably.
Easier.
Probably. Listen, I'm waiting for Benjamin to get just like, if he gets that much older, then I'll be able to blame him for all the food that be missing in the house. So that's what kids are for. I'm just telling you, they're there to blame stuff. So anyway, but speaking of vaccines, the CDC is changing yet again their guidelines as it pertains to the need to wear masks, or rather fully vaccinated people, they stated, no longer need to wear masks indoors or out. I want us to take a listen to the CDC director as she explains that everyone who is vaccinated can participate in indoor or outdoor activities without the need for a mask.
I want to provide you an update regarding CDC's guidance for fully vaccinated people. We now have numerous reports in the literature that demonstrate the safety and real-world effectiveness of the authorized vaccines. On this slide, there are 3 recently published studies, one from Israel published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, or JAMA, on the top, and 2 from the United States, both published in CDC's Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report, which all show that COVID-19 vaccines work. Additionally, we are accumulating data that our authorized vaccines are effective against the variants that are circulating in this country. Finally, we know that in the rare event that people get infected after a vaccine, the resulting infection is more likely to have a lower viral load, be shorter in duration, and likely less risky of transmission to others. Considering all of these factors, combined with universal access to vaccines for those 12 and older, today, CDC is updating our guidance for fully vaccinated people. Anyone who is fully vaccinated can participate in indoor and outdoor activities, large or small, without wearing a mask or physical distancing. If you are fully vaccinated, you can start doing the things that you had stopped doing because of the pandemic. We have all longed for this moment when we can get back to some sense of normalcy. Based on the continuing downward trajectory of cases, the scientific data on the performance of our vaccines, and our understanding of how the virus spreads, that moment has come for those who are fully vaccinated.
So there's a lot more to this. There are a couple of more clips that I want us to play. But Rebecca, you were saying in the background, the streets is calling.
The streets. She said we're going to get back to the life that we had before the pandemic, and the life that we had before the pandemic was the streets. Now, no, but not it's the streets is calling my name. Yes, but it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same for everyone. Like I can't even imagine being in a club environment, like full on sweat driplets from people on my shoulder, people in Forever 21 shoes stepping on my toes, meaning that my 31-year-old behind should not be in this club. It's not happening. So it's not going to be the same. But but I am going to be in the streets though. Restaurant hopping, okay. Spa tables,
brunch is back.
Different countries, on the balcony with somebody's son. It's going to be all of that. Like, yes, the streets are calling my name, but yes, this is why
we're gonna pull up to somebody's brunch, y'all. All 3 of us.
Brunch?
We still gotta get Rebecca there, but let's get it. Right.
Rebecca,
Roof
yeah.
top,
So
let's go.
Listen, Rebecca, we got to tell your people at your jobs that you got to roll down here with me and get this vaccine because it's open. It's generally open to the public. That said, yeah.
So
I don't know.
I made an appointment. It's right down the street from my home. So
Oh, you already got an appointment. All right, good. Congratulations. Good. Get that thing. That's it. I don't know if I'm rocking with the CDC on this one though, because like where. See, the thing is like there's a lot of people who don't want to wear masks because they pretend like it's the worst thing in the world. Like the greatest affront to their freedom is the fact that they wear masks. So this seems extremely problematic to me. Mm-hmm. You consider the number of anti-vaxxers who double as anti-vaxxers, right? You have these same people who don't want to wear a mask or some of the same people who don't want to get the vaccine. And in fact, if you were to if we really consider that group of people who are never going to wear a mask in the first place, there's some of the same people who are out here pretending like the vaccine is bad for us. And so to me, it's like, I feel like the CDC is kind of throwing in the towel here because the mask let me ask you this question. Have any of y'all been like really sick since the pandemic? Like, have you had like a real like serious cold or anything?
If I had a little cold, I'm like,
you were freaking out.
Is that corona?
Oh God, I gotta go get a test, Lord Jesus.
Lord,
go get a test. Oh Lord, no, Lord,
I got a quarantine.
Jesus, let me go get a test.
All I did, Lord, was take my mask down 2 seconds so I could
2 seconds. That's it.
And I should have never did it. I got corona, God. That's how I
like. Lord, I know I got it.
Wait. See, y'all were making fun of me the other day because I quarantined myself, and here y'all sounding worse than me. Y'all sound just like me, actually.
No, but Ben, we were all sounding like each other in the beginning of the pandemic, in the middle of the pandemic, and that's why I said I can't do it no more. I was any little thing. It was like, and everybody was like, Rebecca, all you did now, you touch the doorknob, you can't come in.
Y'all be fronting so hard because they were clowning me in the patron party last Friday. James was cussing me the hell out, and here they are. The truth finally comes by myself.
No, Ben, because yes, we don't want you. We're like, dang, Ben, like we know that already. You know that me and you have had conversations about this whole thing, and we were miserable. We was like, look at them outside and having
crazy.
fun.
They ain't got no damn sense. Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing that makes me concerned about this is because there's still a whole bunch of all those people who ain't never social distance, not a day in their life, not a day in this pandemic. They've been all up on each other, been spreading all their funky ass COVID breath on each other, not wearing masks. And now they got a whole bunch of people talking about they don't want to get a vaccine. So to me, the CDC doing this, I think it's going to this is going to keep us in the pandemic a lot longer. I want to play this clip from Anthony Fauci because it wasn't just a CDC director. They're all on the same talking points at this stage. Anthony Fauci, Joe Biden. Let's take a quick look at Anthony Fauci as he repeats the same thing.
You know, parents, I've heard parents say, look, I'm willing to take a risk. I'm not willing to take a risk for my children. So what do you say to them for parents who are worried about the long-term effects?
It's literally almost 200 million people having been vaccinated here in the United States and worldwide. I mean, we've administered 264 million doses in the United States. The safety profile is really quite firm and sound. You don't want to, in any manner or form, have the parents feel like they're doing something wrong by questioning it. I mean, it's the perfectly normal thing to be concerned about your children and to question. It is very important for children to get vaccinated. One, because even though it's quite true that if children get infected, the seriousness of the infection in children is clearly less than the potential in certain adults, particularly the elderly and those with underlying conditions. But we are starting to see younger people get into serious trouble, again, at a very low rate, but serious trouble. When children get infected, even though they may not, in fact, get serious illness, they could inadvertently and innocently pass the infection on to someone else, perhaps another member of the family who is vulnerable and could get into trouble.
Are there long-term effects for kids?
You know, when you say long-term effects, if you look at the history of vaccinology and you look at the time when you see long-term effects, you usually don't go beyond 45 days after the vaccination. We do not let the vaccines out on an emergency use authorization until at least 60 days following the time when half of the people have received the last dose in the clinical trial. And we are well beyond that right now. So we're well into almost a year of people having received the vaccine, and there is no long-term effects that anyone can notice.
All right, so that clip was that wasn't the clip that I wanted us to see, but that is an important clip talking about the need for us to get our children vaccinated. But at the end of the day, like we're in this pandemic, and I'm not sure that we're going to get out anytime soon because, well, you know, people are throwing in the towel with these masks. Here's the thing I want to ask y'all: like, why is it that these folks are really out here pretending as though the worst thing about the pandemic isn't the 600,000 people that died, it's the fact that they got to put a mask on their face? I don't get it.
It's funny because you're talking about the anti-maskers. So it's funny because it's like they want to start a revolution for like things that are trying, like they will always be on the other side of the coin, no matter what it is, because they feel like they have to fight for their rights, even though it's like, hey, saving each other is a part of the patriotism that you guys speak of. When you wear your mask, that shouldn't represent you being un-American. It's literally, it's like we're trying to save each other to continue the land that we colonized. Then we have to at least wear our masks. You would think that they would think in that way, right? But they don't. So, so I think that also they're so dumb. You know, I say this a lot, and I hate to say that. I don't mean it in a mean way. I mean it in a disrespectful way. So we are so dumb that even now, because the CDC is putting out this information that may be confusing, and it's just a lot of things. You know, how you were saying, Ben, it's like, it's kind of weird. But the CDC is saying that, hey, if you're vaccinated, go out maskless, you know, go out and breathe your best breath. Go out there and just, you know, just cough, you know, sneeze. It's okay. But people aren't going to know if you're vaccinated.
All the corona air that you want to.
Yes. But the stupid part about it is not for the CDC in this case for me. It's more so towards the people who were anti-vaxxers, who or anti-maskers, who are now saying, I'm going to mask myself against those who have been vaccinated. Yeah. Now I'm going to place masks on
to protect us.
Vaccinated people walking around the world maskless.
Maybe that's what it is, y'all. Reverse psychology. So maybe they're putting this out saying that we don't have to wear a mask anymore for those that are anti-vaxxers. I mean, for those that are vaccinated. So now the anti-vaxxers, because they're saying everybody that's fully vaccinated can take their mask off.
You know,
now the anti-vaxxers are going to put their mask on, and that's going to protect us. I'm cool with that.
You know, you know what, James? That crossed my mind for a split second, but I couldn't put it together. Thank you for putting that together, because maybe you might be right. Because Rebecca, between what you just said and what James just said, like, because these clowns are really out here saying that they have to wear a mask now to protect themselves from us. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it. You're right. Don't wear a mask if you're vaccinated. And listen, if you really want to protect yourself from people like me who got the shot and about to go get another shot, you should probably wear a mask. Otherwise, I'm gonna cough my Bill Gates Mark of the Beast chip. I'm gonna cough it on you.
The CDC said you can. Yeah. Everything you was doing before the pandemic, you could do it.
And I'm gonna spread my infertility now from the vaccine that's caused. I'm just gonna
sneeze it all over you. Just sweat it on you.
Now you can't have babies anymore.
Oh my God! That's
what they say. Well, and you know the funny thing about it is one of the side effects of COVID-19 is like you can't get it up, right? You know, so but you would think all these country bama, you know, redneck dudes around here who always worried about that, you would think that they would protect themselves from COVID-19, but I guess they, you know, whatever the case may be, we just so much stupid around us. It is so much stupid on so many levels. I don't even know what to say, but I want to play this one last clip. I want to skip over to the second clip we have of Joe Biden, where he's basically telling Americans to be patient with those of us who still want to wear a mask. And it just blows me. Watch this clip.
We've opened vaccinations nationally to all adults just 4 weeks ago. It's going to take a little more time for everyone who wants to get vaccinated to get their shots. So all of us, let's be patient. Be patient with one another. You know, some may say, just feel more comfortable. continue to wear a mask. They may feel that way. So if you're someone with a mask, you see them, please treat them with kindness and respect. We've had too much conflict, too much bitterness, too much anger, too much politicization of this issue about wearing masks. Let's put it to rest. Let's remember, we're all Americans. Let's remember that we are all in this together.
Why do we give a damn about these dummies? Why are they catering? I feel like that kid, Rebecca's so disrespectful.
That's what it's like a Disney Channel show. That's what he's trying to feed us, like some, step by step type of Full House.
Can't we all just get along?
I'm not seeing it. I don't care how slow you talk with it. I don't care how you make it breathy. I don't care. It's not.
And he squeezes his eyes together real tight. Like, listen, folks, listen.
We have to get it together, America. We have to.
That's actually really good, James.
4 weeks ago.
James, you're really good at are you in the house practicing? Because you are really good at impersonating.
That was good. That was a good Joe Biden. But you gotta squeeze your eyes tight, real together, and put your man. Joe,
as Americans, we have to get better. Better.
Look, and then there go them planes.
Kamala is doing an awesome job. We're going to raise the economy here, and we're going to do what we can. We're not going to do replace reform. You got to tape off the important stuff. We're going to get everybody vaccinated in 10 days. It's like it's ASMR for the White House. Kamala did an outstanding job.
All of that, Bubba.
Why do y'all let me do this?
All of it.
This show is so disrespectful. There's no respect. No respect for nobody. Not nobody. Put a Barack Obama clip up here. We gonna disrespect him. It's just. Oh my God.
Everybody can get dragged if you're doing
everybody. Jesus Christ.
What message are we sending? The CDC is saying one thing. Our president is saying another thing. Then our anti-vaxxers are coming together to do all of this and that. To be stupid. To be more stupid. It's just all of this is just too much. What I'm saying here is continue how we were moving during the pandemic so that we can just continue to be safe. Not knocking the CDC, but you putting this information out there to the crowd that is the anti-vaxxers, anti-maskers, people who don't want to quarantine. Ain't the tea. It ain't what's happening. And then Joe Biden, you standing at the pulpit, you and just speaking to your people, to the nation, and saying for us to be more patient after just telling us that we need to go hurry up and get vaxxed.
Mr. President, I have a question for Mr. President. What do you recommend then for the people who don't want to wear masks?
There is so much misinformation from the anti-vaxxers that we try to do what we can. We want everyone to mask up, do what we need to. America is a strong country. Everybody here, we love each other. We just get vaccinated, people, so we can get some normalcy back here in America.
Oh man, I hate
Kamala. Do you have any questions?
No, who can do Kamala? Rebecca, you got to do Kamala's voice.
I know Rebecca can do Kamala.
I don't know how she talks. I'm still trying to get it.
We did it, Joe. We did it.
We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe. I can't tell if she. I'm not even going to go there.
Okay.
Look, God. On that next week.
Imitation is the highest form of flattery, baby.
I never see her enough to know. I never hear her voice enough.
Oh man. Oh,
look, I got a few super chats to read real quick.
Yeah, read those things real quick.
While you read those, Dwayne, get me off the screen real quick.
Colin Sherbert says skits like a 90s rap album. You know how we do. Laura Estrada, laughter truly is the best medicine. Absolutely. That's why we so goddamn stupid. Let's see. We also had a highlighted Twitch comment For Jam Tomb 63958, that is a good take, James. It makes as much sense as anything else from these folks. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And then last one from Rex Trex. He says GOP had 12 plus hearings on 4 dead Americans in Benghazi, millions investigating. Where are all the Republican lead hearings now on almost 600K dead Americans? Not enough damn pushback. Hypocrisy. Absolutely. Absolutely.
They said black folks can never say just no. Like if you say, hey, you want to go skydiving? We're not going to just say no. We have to say absolutely not.
Okay. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Hell to the no.
Hell to the no. Hell no.
I mean, I thought about it. It's on my bucket list. Maybe like I don't know.
Man,
maybe indoor skydiving. Indoor.
I don't like flying in the first place. I don't like planes with doors closed on them. You think I'm gonna get on a plane with the door open and voluntarily get out? Nah, I'm good.
So that means if we ever go traveling, then we're gonna have to drive everywhere. We're gonna get on a damn tour bus.
Listen. All you got to listen. I'm like Mr. T. I'm like Mr. T. You got to knock me out. Give me a little good drug, and drugs are good for flying. So that's how I make it across the country is with some.
What kind of drugs? Like Carl Hart type.
You gonna leave my dude alone? You gonna leave my dude alone? You ain't gonna
Carl Hart. I think that he's very responsible. I don't like the other people.
But that man
never coming back.
No, I like Carl Hart. I think that he does drugs responsibly.
I love him, dude.
I really do. So
listen, I have not graduated to that level. I have not graduated to that level because
I don't know I don't know. I feel like Carl Hart just knows his stuff, and he just literally responsible. No, I like it.
It makes for a great show, though.
There's going to be a paragraph about Rebecca in his next book.
It is.
And he's going to be talking sweet to me because I support him. I like him.
Oh, man.
And I like when he puts in his gold teeth.
I wonder how many people have ever flown tripping acid, though, because that's like,
no,
I'm just thinking, as terrified as I am of flying and you get on a plane tripping some acid.
That drug, though, I don't think I don't think Dr. Carl Hart does that. I think that's reserved for clear people.
I mean, I think comparatively speaking, I think acid is much lower. Acid is much lower on the totem pole than.
But why do they give it that name though? Is it burning through it sounds like it's ripping you. It just sounds like it doesn't sound good.
Well,
it does burn little holes in your brain.
Jesus Christ, we're talking about the vaccine.
Oh, okay. The vaccine.
This is a Friday episode for sure. See, listen, y'all thought it was Rebecca like not coming. Like we had to keep Rebecca. We got to keep Rebecca outside the club, or else we ain't gonna get no work. Remember when Rebecca was the responsible one on the show?
No more. So
Rebecca
used to be the responsible.
Now she's cut up equally as we do.
Hey, y'all gonna make me look like the cornball trying to go back to these stories. I got a story here for Colonial Pipeline. I got a story here.
We wanted to read the stories, but Ben is on it, so I have to make it smooth. I have to, give it the.
And look, Rebecca, wasn't it Ben that wanted me to keep doing Bernie Sanders? I mean, not Bernie. Sleepy Joe.
Who was it?
One old white guy versus another old white guy. Hey,
I be trying to look. Okay,
they all look the same.
Cut the stream. I'm trying to preserve my channel. Cut the stream.
Look, I told you I wasn't going to do
that. Y'all know I love y'all. Stop.
I don't know if love was too wrong about it.
Oh, man. This is what I get for
about it,
James. That's what we get for coordinating, and it's Friday, and we was
somebody said Rebecca's in a red sandwich. I couldn't understand what they were saying until I looked up, and I was like, "Oh, okay, got it." I'm like, I'm the lettuce, I'm the lettuce, the meat.
Yeah, you got the lettuce. I see the lettuce.
Everything in the.
And we the red buns. We the Hawaiian buns, bro. We the big red Hawaiian buns. They good. They the Hawaiian rolls. The best taste one. The best ones. Okay, so we're gonna at least do what's in the title today. So let's skip down to Tucker Carlson and Rand Paul, because there's some serious stories in here that we simply are just not going to cover today because we just so disrespectful. So Rebecca, okay. I see your mouse is at Tucker Carlson. So tell me about it.
because I'm in the document today. Thank you, Ben. Yes, we haven't spoke about Tucker Carlson on our show this week because, frankly, well, Tucker can go to hell.
Okay, all the way, goddamn gasoline draws on.
Oh,
Stupid
absolutely.
ass man. I hate that man.
Absolutely. But the problem is his broadcast is contributing to the ignorance and derangement around COVID-19. And he is leading the charge on declaring mask wearing as the greatest threat to our country and our liberties. But I want you to listen to this next clip as Anthony Fauci makes the obvious observation that if during flu season people continued to wear masks, that it would help control the spread of respiratory illnesses like the flu and like COVID-19. How did Tucker respond to this rather benign statement? Listen in.
Or from now, that during certain seasonal periods, when you have respiratory-borne viruses like the flu, people might actually elect to wear masks to diminish the likelihood that you'll spread these respiratory-borne diseases.
2 minutes.
A year or two or more from now. In other words, never. You're never taking off the mask. Get ready for a lifetime of filthy, wet cotton covering your mouth, reduced oxygen flow to your brain, and a world where every stranger looks the same because no one has a face. When Kamala Harris and her husband kissed the other day while wearing masks, they were giving you a preview of your daughter's wedding. In a masked world, human beings never really touch each other. Is that public health? No, it's not public health. It's a kind of punishment. Tony Fauci is punishing the country, you, us, everyone. The question is, why is he doing that? Maybe he likes it. That's possible. But you've got to think that at least part of Tony Fauci's authoritarian germ hysteria is a cover for something else. Could it be that Tony Fauci is trying to divert attention from himself and his own personal role in the COVID-19 pandemic? Now, what do we mean by that? We cannot recommend more strongly a new piece by Nicholas Wade, who for more than 50 years has been one of the preeminent science writers in the world. For 30 years, Nicholas Wade worked for the New York Times. He edited the science section there, but this piece did not run in the New York Times. It ran on Medium. And the piece explains where this virus almost certainly came from. In it, Nicholas Wade makes it clear that more than any other single living American, Tony Fauci is responsible for the COVID-19 pandemic. Wade lays out a nearly insurmountably large amount of evidence that this virus originated at the Wuhan Institute of Virology in central China. It seemed to make sense. This show and others had raised the possibility from the early days of the pandemic. But this piece all but proves it. At the time the outbreak began last fall, the Wuhan lab was conducting experiments on how to make bat viruses infectious to human beings. Those experiments were funded by American tax dollars.
He just has the perfect, smoothest, most punchable ass face in the freaking world. Just like you just open hand that motherfucker. Just, bitch is jaw.
I wasn't ready. I was not ready for that.
Sorry, y'all, because it was just looking at him just irks my soul.
As I continue the story, it's true. He has a punchable, smooth face, a smooth, punchable, perfect for punching. But the ignorance may start with Tucker and Fox, but it inevitably makes its way into the halls of Congress. On Tuesday, Dr. Fauci had yet another face-off with Senator Rand Paul, who seemed to regurgitate Tucker's exact monologue.
Think about that for a moment. The SARS virus had a 15% mortality. We're fighting a pandemic that has about a 1% mortality. Can you imagine if a SARS virus that's been juiced up and had viral proteins added to it, to the spike protein, if that were released accidentally? Dr. Fauci, do you still support funding of the NIH funding of the lab in Wuhan?
Senator Paul, with all due respect, you are entirely and completely incorrect that the NIH has not ever and does not now fund gain-of-function research in the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Do they fund Dr. Barrick?
We do not fund.
Do you fund Dr. Barrick's gain-of-function research?
Dr. Barrett does not doing gain-of-function research, and if it is, it's according to the guidelines, and it is being conducted in North Carolina.
You don't think inserting
China.
a bat virus spike protein that he got from the Wuhan Institute into the SARS virus is gain of function?
That is
you would
not-
be in the minority because at least 200 scientists have signed a statement from the Cambridge Working Group saying that it is gain of function.
Well, it is not. And if you look at the grant and you look at the progress reports, it is not gain of function, despite the fact that people tweet that.
So
they
do
write
you still
about it.
support sending money to the Wuhan Virology Institute?
We do not send money now to the Wuhan
Do you
Virology
support
Institute.
sending money? We did under your tutelage. We were sending it through EcoHealth. It was a sub-agency and a sub-grant. Do you support that the money from NIH that was going to the Wuhan Institute?
Let me explain to you why that was done. The SARS-CoV-1 originated in bats in China. It would have been irresponsible of us if we did not investigate the bat viruses and the serology to see who might have been infected.
Or perhaps it would be
in China.
irresponsible to send it to the China.
Things continued to devolve from there. Listen to this next clip where Dr. Fauci, clearly frustrated with Paul's ignorance, uses his corporate voice to essentially call Rand Paul a liar.
Perhaps it would be
In China.
irresponsible to send it to the Chinese government that we may not be able to trust with this knowledge and with this incredibly dangerous viruses. Government scientists like yourself who favor gain of function research.
I don't favor gain of function research in China. You are saying things that are not correct.
Government defenders of gain of function, such as yourself, say that COVID-19 mutations were random and not designed by man. But interestingly, the technique that Dr. Barrick developed forces mutations by serial passage through cell culture that the mutations appear to be natural. In fact, Dr. Barrick named the technique the no-see-em technique because the mutations appear naturally. Nicholas Baker of the New York Magazine said nobody would know if the virus had been fabricated in a laboratory or grown in nature. Government authorities in the U.S., including yourself, unequivocally deny that COVID-19 could have escaped a lab. But even Dr. Shi in Wuhan wasn't so sure. According to Nicholas Baker, Dr. Shi wondered, could this new virus have come from her own laboratory? She checked her records frantically and found no matches. That really took a load off my mind, she said. I had not slept for days. The director of the gain of function research in Wuhan couldn't sleep because she was terrified that it might be in her lab. Dr. Barrick, an advocate of gain of function research, admits the main problem that the Institute of Virology has is the outbreak occurred in close proximity. What are the odds? Barrick responded, could you rule out a laboratory escape? The answer in this case is probably not. Will you, in front of this group, categorically say that the COVID-19 could not have occurred through serial passage in a laboratory?
I do not have any accounting of what the Chinese may have done, and I'm fully in favor of any further investigation of what went on in China. However, I will repeat again, the NIH and NIAID categorically has not funded gain of function research to be conducted in the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Do support.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were gonna. Hey, how are you? Hi.
Because we're laughing because the dude in the background behind Rand Paul realizes how stupid Rand Paul is. And he's like, did y'all see, like, in the background, he's like, I can't believe how stupid this man I work for is. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rebecca.
No, he was giving. This is all ridiculous. The fact that they're sitting in Congress, Tucker Carlson's remarks have made it to it there for a conversation about what's happening. But it is very important to discuss misinformation and who it's coming from.
Look at him. He's like,
why
what?
would you put this clip up?
He's
I was
like,
trying
what?
to go in this.
He's seriously like, I can't believe
apologize, you guys.
I work for this moron.
Yeah, let's give some context to what we're seeing here. It's basically the clip that we're watching with this guy just saying just dumbness, and he's being very ridiculous about it. And
He
the guy
reminds
that's
me of
speaking,
somebody.
Rand Paul.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a kid that threw a tantrum, like, you know, those just bad little kids that threw a tantrum at his mama, and he just rubbed his head all over the floor. He's crying, he done hit everything.
Hey,
his eyes is all puffed up, and he's like, "I hate you, mom."
You
And
talk
he's like,
about punchable faces.
Look at
Rand
the side
Paul
eye right here. He giving him.
Oh. Oh,
listening audience,
Dwayne, you're
definitely
good.
take it to the YouTube channel to take a look at this or our Facebook
timestamp.
page.
Oh,
you
my
need
goodness.
to come see it at this particular
side eye.
timestamp to see exactly what we're talking about.
Because check this out. This guy is paid by Rand Paul. If he's sitting, usually the people sitting behind the senators when they speak, they're their
full
aides.
embarrassment.
They're like either their chief of staff or they're like one of their top legislative aides. His side eye, he's looking at his boss like, I work for the dumbest man on the face of the planet.
Like, is this man really sing? Is this?
Why does he? He reminds me of James. Rebecca, have y'all seen Superbad? Not Superbad. What's the Kick-Ass? He looked like the sidekick from Kick-Ass, the friend.
He does. He does.
Oh
Rand Paul
man,
just look like a bad little boy. It's killing me though.
Dennis the Menace ass.
Bad. He's giving me just bad. Sit down somewhere. Sit down. Like you just got to do all of that. Man.
Oh man.
Yeah, and even in his.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Contribute to the swear jar. Go get them, Bubba.
They love it when y'all cuss.
Encourage me, man. Someone said Rand Paul stayed at a Holiday Inn Express the night before this hearing.
He sure did. Doing God knows what.
Wait. Y'all bougie. Y'all bougie. What's wrong with Holiday Inn Express?
Man, I love Holiday Inn Express.
Because Holiday Inn Express, you get the right one. Them things be nice for $100 for $99.
The right one.
You also get the right one, and it'd be nice for $100.
I got one more.
Hey man, you got another super chat.
Yeah, Tiger said Tuckums gets hands on site. It is on site.
Because we laughing. Okay, go ahead.
Right. Jam to real quick. He said, you call it disrespect, Ben. Oh my gosh, it moved. He said, you call it disrespect, Ben. I call it comic gold. And shout out to Jam Toon. He's our new AM moderator on Twitch as well, too. So shout out to you, Jam Toon.
Oh no. It's disrespectful, but it also makes for a hell of a show. So let's continue with the disrespect. But
we're not
whatever.
gonna be disrespectful anymore. We have to continue the show to give the people what they came for, and it's me.
Oh shit! Hey, Dwayne, now you can cut the stream, bro.
Oh, cut the stream, bro. Cut the stream. We're done. It's over. Wait, you missed the toe. Where the toe? This is what happens. Oh man, people don't even know what that is. Like you got to be. That's when television used to go off the air. Remember at the end of every night, Rebecca. Do you remember TV used to go off?
Like,
no, she don't remember.
Look, let me talk about my experience with TV going off. I wasn't alive at the time when TV was going off, but I do know. I do know the about concept. That. Like that, I know the concept. I understand it.
It used to after MASH. MASH would come on at like 11 o'clock at night, and then that old depressing music, and then when that was over, somebody would sing the Star Spangled Banner, and then they go to the bars and what's it called? Whatever it is, they go to the bars that we just had on screen. So TV used to go off every night on every channel.
Yeah.
My thing is, why does Dwayne act like he is not like just a year older than me? You was right there with me. Like, yeah.
I thought he was younger than you.
No, but it's because I got an old soul.
1
Rebecca.
year older.
Stuff to be half the stuff
got an old soul
flying right on over your head.
Let it fly. You don't have to come in and make a comment every time. Let it go.
I was gonna stay quiet this time. I was gonna stay quiet this time.
No,
but you
she
called
don't.
me out. I was just gonna keep my comments to y'all in the background.
Let me scroll back up and see what's in the title. Make sure we cover everything that's in the title. Y'all want to go to a break? Or y'all want to just keep pushing through? What y'all want to do? So you, Rebecca and James.
I think that definitely is 9:14. Let us go to a quick break. It's Friday. Let Bubba play something for the people. Talk to the people a little bit. When we get back, we can do the last thing that's in the title to make sure that it's in.
We cover everything that's in the title. All right. More likely than not. After this.
Good morning again, everybody. Good morning to Mama and Daddy that's chilling in Miami getting a Meganese on. We'll just call it Meganese. Shout out to Sensation. Good morning, Sensation, y'all. Good morning, everybody. We are going to read off our new patrons from yesterday. Yes, sir. New patrons. We have... We have Gregory R. D. Rocky. Britt A. Thank y'all so much. Kenneth M. Our new Twitch subscribers. We have JNKD who subscribed with Prime, and Hajasad who subscribed with Prime as well too. Thank y'all so much for joining, y'all. We really appreciate y'all. And let me drop the music for this as well real quick. You too can become a member of the Like It or Not family by going to patreon.com/like it or not. Patreon.com/like it or not. You can become a member, join, get exclusive content, and you get to come to the what they call the patron parties that we have on Fridays, y'all. So make sure that you go to patreon.com/like it or not. And here's some new music for you. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, wherever you're streaming from. We thank you so much. Make sure that you hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe and share.
I'm a little bit too consumed, but everybody.
Shout out Tuck Diesel, who was slaying these trolls in the chat room today on YouTube. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, come a little bit close.
It get it on. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, yo, shout out to Diallo. I saw Diallo in the chat room a couple of days ago. So shout out to Diallo that's watching.
What's love got to do with it? He comes around, better knock that stuff down. Come a little bit closer.
Yeah, this is new.
Yeah, come a little bit closer. Yeah. To all my ladies who got a brother who doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly. I'm too fly. Bye-bye.
Shout out Brother Lateef, Nat A, Nat M. Good morning, y'all. Do the 1969. Good morning.
You get mad every time you lose. You can't take me with you. I'm scared.
Crunchy Frog says, "Hey, Becca, has anyone ever told you that your skin is an inspiration for cocoa butter?" You better say that, boy. Wait a goddamn minute. Let me pause the music. Crunchy Frog said, "Hey, Becca, has anyone ever told you that your skin is the inspiration for cocoa butter?" God, that's some. I'm gonna put that in my book.
In the back of my mind, there's someone waiting on me. You're just wasting my time because you're scared and lonely.
Rebecca said, "Stop playing with me in these comments."
Yeah. All my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly. I'm too fly. Bye-bye. 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 Here's to the memories. Cheers to who used to be. Your friend said that you left me.
Laura Estrada says, "Birthday weekend blessings, Rebecca. Ben keep shaking and Bubba keep grooving. Family love you. Family love you. We love you too, Laura. Thank you so much."
Treat them right. Put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye.
You say, "Put your finger in his face and tell that man bye-bye."
I'm too fly. Oh, bye-bye.
Boy, bye.
That's how you spell goodbye. U-T-L-I. Never seen me cry. U-T-L-I. That's how you spell it. Bye-bye.
Oh, look at the chat room.
In the chat, y'all, real quick, gotta read this last super chat from Dwayne. He says, "Peace offering for Rebecca's birthday."
Oh, that's sweet. I was like, I don't know that person. It was Dwayne Gladden. Thank you so much, Dwayne.
Dwayne Gladden, also known as
Smoke next week.
All the smoke after the birthday, all the smoke.
Yeah, we are on it nice up until the birthday. Shout out to Dwayne from Done Right Media, who makes us look as good as we look every single morning.
Yeah,
I know, because if you look at other
bruh.
media companies, and I'm not saying any names,
Don't, because you never know.
We might need
We might
to
pull
partner
up
with those people for real, because
Okay.
they need us. But honestly, if you want someone if you want some well-rounded people, like literally I watch
Professional.
the particular, yes, you know, and who can make you laugh and who can give you joy, but at the same time actually bring you the news. Yes. And you know, and we have it from every aspect of it because we've lived life. We are professional in whatever we are doing.
Girl, I thought we were talking about Dwayne. You talking about all of us.
Well, no, they don't even know, but Dwayne is included into this conversation too. I think they need, like, it's a team. So what I saw, they need Dwayne too. But that's neither here or there. You know, we're really good.
We are so listen. I'm not even gonna lie. I am not even gonna lie. I would pay good money to see Rebecca get on this show every morning, get on a show, this show, every show, and James and Rebecca, you just be as disrespectful as you possibly can be talking about the news, and then just have James in the background laughing. I won't even be on there. I'll be in the chat room laughing with everybody else.
You know, and it's like when I watch you guys when I'm not here, I can chuckle a little bit and I can be informed, but I am the joy on this show.
You are, because I'm a sociopath. I'd be ready to go out here and just, like, y'all talk about punchable faces. I just be waiting like that.
I think that you guys, but you guys make me laugh. You guys, and
man.
I love it. I love that we can do that. But I say that to say there are a lot of channels who think that it's only focusing on being angry or being boring.
We ain't got time for that no more.
And that's what's considered professional, but that's not. You can actually read the news stories. You can be professional, but you can actually sit down and give people a relatable experience. Give some people some daytime local news vibes where we can keep with each other and not be so stick up the booty. Like, you know, not even Larry King was like that. R.I.P. to a real one. Not even him. You know. Anywho, there's a lot happening in the world, Ben.
With the wrong layer of makeup on and everything, like the makeup you saw. Anyway, I'm sorry, we going. That's too meta. Go ahead.
That quietness in the background of it all, it was just like,
and the echo in the background. Like, come on, King, let us produce that.
Guys?
Y'all run us a couple of 100 stacks to get that for y'all. Anyway,
there is no joy. There is no joy there.
Audience don't even know what we talking about. We just having a whole conversation. Ain't even telling them what we talking about.
It's very insider, and that's how you know. Look.
Tracy Jones sent us 50 stars on Facebook, and Will Smith sent us 150. I don't know if it's the real Will Smith or Will Smith and Tracy. Shout out to y'all if it is the real Will Smith.
Now listen, let me tell you something. Listen, thank you for those stars. But if Will Smith pull up in here and leave us 150 stars. Yeah, we're gonna talk. But we appreciate this Will Smith who did it. Thank you, Will Smith, over on Facebook.
Thank you, Will Smith.
We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Now, if the billionaire Will Smith don't drop 100 stacks on, anyway, I'm sorry, I'm messing. We got some more super chats.
Pull up.
They coming in. Look at all these super chats.
Everyone who's telling me happy early birthday, I really appreciate it in the super chats. But the super chats don't come to me automatically, not because of Ben, but because it being on YouTube. I need you to understand that. Now, if you want the money to come to me directly,
she about to drop her cash app.
My cash app is. I did it already, but y'all ain't paying attention.
She saw too many super chats. She said, "Wait, all these super chats coming in."
The most. It needs to come to my account. So my cash app is Becca's Voice. That's literally it. So,
and if you want to tip the DJ for lunch today, DJ X3C. Okay, love you.
Send people your Twitter and get something in your tip jar.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Your Twitter tip jar. OnlyFans or Twitter. What the hell?
Yeah.
I got so many super chats real quick. All right. Mark S. Happy birthday weekend, Rebecca. Drink some Haitian rum for us. We have Tiger. Hey, Ben, when you're ready to hit the streets and tell people what's up, hit me up and I'm ready to run fades too.
Hey.
Don't encourage him, please. Latif says,
I just need some tall. I need some tall people to go with me and to help me out. Go ahead.
All right. Rebecca, she tall. Look. Latif said, happy born day, Rebecca. Hopefully you'll be able to enjoy it. Oh,
Thank you so much.
Elle says, happy early birthday. And Gwen sent me something to send to you too as well. $2 for one for the bus fare, other for juice box.
Now listen. Rebecca said she does know, and everybody knows, like when you see these super chats, like James, you know, if they sent a lot of love for you last month, and we make sure the super chats get to y'all.
Yeah.
But what she's talking about is that YouTube hits up these super chats for like 50%. Like 45%, right? So the splits are pretty crappy. But that said, drop your cash app again, Rebecca. What is it?
Okay, my cash app is Becca's Voice. That is a BECCASVOICE. Again, that's BECCASVOICE. Make sure before that whole thing, Becca's voice, you put the dollar sign.
The dollar sign, right?
Dollar sign Becca's voice.
Hey, real quick, Crunchy
held your little QR code up to the screen. Let
oh, you know what? Damn right.
Pull it up. Go ahead, James. Go ahead.
Crunchy Frog said that was my cousin Willie Smith. Oh, okay. So not the real Will Smith, but Willie Smith. That's cool. Willie's good. We appreciate you,
like
Willie.
Willie Smith.
Wait a minute. Hey, Luke Kang just said his OnlyFans page goes live in 2 weeks. Now, the only person I think that got a voice that could rival Dwayne's is Luke Kang.
Luke Kang.
Y'all get a show. You and Luke Kang, Dwayne and Luke Kang hour, and just sit there talking to people. Hey,
I like that.
It's gonna be like this all goddamn day long.
So look.
All day.
Y'all playing.
Luke Kang be dropping gems though. I be watching his stuff on like Facebook. He be dropping some gems. So don't Luke Kang.
Oh wait, he got a show. He dropped some.
Just the stuff he be posting.
His thoughts and stuff.
And he always sends me now. You know what? Shouts out to Luke Kang big time though. He always makes sure that he sends me stories and things like that. So even if I don't reply to some of them, don't think I haven't seen them. I've seen them, Luke Kang. It's just that I'm like, okay, let me get back to it. Let me drop it in the chat. So Luke Kang is one of our correspondents. Our eyes on the ground. You know, if we've missed something, he definitely does that. The same thing with content. What's his name? The other guy. He's always sending us stories and tagging us and stuff.
Infinite content.
He is such a sweetheart. And shout out to all of you guys who definitely feel like you guys are close enough to us to reach out to us. And sometimes you may go into the request box because I don't know you like that. But I do open it up and I say, wait, that's somebody that I know. That's my family. That's riding for us every day on the Like It or Not show. Okay, I do. I see y'all. I love y'all.
And shout out to Andy as well too. Andy clips us all the time. Yes, I love me some Andy, man.
Look, and then Mark from Australia. You're still banned right now. You're still
now listen.
From doing me, but yeah.
I did got me yesterday.
They got you, but I dude, you my dog. Too much for us to put that on there. We're not gonna put the one Mark from Australia did.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Too much love for you, man. All right, let's talk about this cornball ass police officer. What's this? Brand Tatum telling us that all we got to do is act normal around the police. Rebecca, what you got?
Listen, so Fox News is hiring. If you're a black person, okay, and you're willing to go on a national television network and say all the things old racist men want to hear, they have a high-paying job for you. You know, if I too wanted to be, a bootlegger, I would be over there at Fox, rich as hell, on an island every other weekend. But I ain't like that. So if that's you want to get a job as a host or contributor, let's definitely take it to Fox. Brand Tatum is a former police officer who was nothing more than a guest on Fox News, and he eagerly performed for that same old racist white man crowd. And instead of the highly paid clowns, this idiot said what you're about to hear for free. Let's take a listen.
And then again, I'm going to ask the question. If you are pulled over by the police and you do not resist the police and you basically just answer the questions and get in the car or get out of the car, do you have any risk of anything happening to you for the most part?
Well, as a former police officer, I could tell you, guarantee, you might even get a warning if you just act like a normal person. When I was a cop, I didn't want to give people a ticket. I didn't want to deal with them. Upset. I wanted them, they run the red light in front of me and I have no other choice but to pull them over because everybody's looking at me like, are you going to do something? Because we pay you tax dollars.
Damn, how you got a full beard and you disrespectful like that?
How you look like that and talking all this?
If you're nice to an officer, he's probably going to be nice to you. If you resist arrest, you can guarantee that they're going to put it on you, and you better hope you don't run into a bad police officer.
Now, here's what Michelle Obama said about the Chauvin trial outcome.
Yeah,
and he was a former police officer, and for him to say that, it's very telling. It tells me that there are a lot of people like him who walk in white supremacy, and that's exactly. You better hope you don't walk into a bad police officer.
Exactly. And if you just act normal, then everything will be okay, right? Right. So
was Breonna Taylor not acting normal when she was shot in her sleep? Hello? Was Philando Castile not acting normal when he was informed the cop that killed him when he informed the cop that killed him that he had a legal firearm in his car, exercising his Second Amendment? Let me tell you something. This is what I say. So him doing what he's doing right now, shucking and jiving on Fox News, is that acting normal? It's all for money. And this is what we do. This is why it's important for us to call out people like that every time we get an opportunity. Anybody. I don't care where it gets to. I don't care who you are, but he was a former police officer. And when white folks hear this from a former police officer, they are going to read it and hear it as Bible. And who is the audience on Fox News? White racist people. So they're going to be like, if a black man who was a former police officer says that she should have complied, although she was shot in her sleep, she should have complied. Yeah. Then that's what it is. Yeah. And that is dangerous.
And he ain't even getting paid for that. He not getting paid for that. He went on national television. Now Candace Owens is getting paid, but his dumb ass got on there for free and let the whole world know that he is the king. Step and fetch it ass. I'm sorry. Like, cause how many, like, I'm thinking about what's that brother named Elijah? I think it was Elijah McClain. He was begging for his life. He was just saying he was telling them that
he said he's a good person,
and he was killed, right? So you're right, Rebecca. They want more than anything else, and you could get paid a lot of money if you are willing to take this job of telling these old white racist conservatives on Fox who watch Fox News, telling them exactly what they want to hear, that we earned our own killing. Like, did my homeboy Corey Jones not act normal enough when he was killed by Officer Raja? I mean, like, just think about all the people who have died from police murders, and this. I don't like to call people coons. But we're just gonna call this a step and fetch it ass dude. We went on there and did the bidding of white supremacy for free. At least Candace Owens got enough sense to get paid for it, you clown.
Yeah, no, period. And you don't get no love over here. It's gonna be direct disrespect. Period. Because that to me is disgusting. But he's not the only one that has done something like that. And I forget his name, the man with the skin that's falling off. He's a black man, and he was a former sheriff officer as well. And I forget his name. And the one that you and him had a thing. And I can't remember his name, but that man. Yeah, because let me tell you something. I'm giving time to the audience to let us know that man.
The one that he has a TV, he has a little internet show.
He has a little internet show, and he's disrespectful.
Amazing. What is that man's name?
And you literally had a thing with him, like
I did. I had a debate with him, but I wasn't prepared for that debate because at that time my thing was like, you could be reasonable with reasonable people. That dude was just like, he's out of left field. He goes around calling Donald Trump the white savior. And he actually means it. I wasn't prepared for that level of coonery. Jesse Lee Peterson. Thank you, audience. Jesse Lee Peterson.
That's what it was. Thank you. I knew they had it for us. I was giving them time.
I wasn't ready for his level of coonery.
You threw his name away, Ben. You threw that man.
I threw it as far as
all the way away.
You was like, who? Like, what? I don't know. And I'm like, Ben, you literally, we talked about him for a year straight. Nah, you ain't remember him. And it's good. Sometimes people don't need to be remembered, but that's how I see the man that was on Fox News that we just played the clip of, the former police officer. They find those people and they put them in the forefront in front of big audiences, in front of big cults, and put out that information. And because it's pumped out by a person that is black, they're going to say, hey, the black man said it. And he's a cop. So if he's a cop and he's black and he's saying it, what's the problem with the black folks?
What you say, Rebecca? That's a waste of a beard.
It's a whole waste of a full.
It's a waste of a good looking ass man. I'm gonna say it like, God damn it! Now you just look ugly as crap.
Because I saw it too. I don't really do it.
He got his hair. He got a beard and a hairline. He got a beard and a hairline, and he gonna waste it on this old coonery.
His tie is dumb.
His tie is dumb as his talking point. His tie is as dumb as his talking points. You right about that. He can't even tie a knot. Look at that little knot. That looks like he's tying some shoelaces.
It's a little shifted because when you don't have good in your spirit and you don't have good in your heart, your hands can't.
See, that's because he ain't getting paid. He ain't getting paid for his white supremacy. He need a check. That's what he's doing. He said, "Let me go Fox News."
It's really giving clip tie action. It's giving clip tie action. And
he's an author?
To our audience members, I'm not mad about the clip tie. But
bad.
But yeah.
Anyway, obviously we ain't got time for those. All right, so I want to talk about this next. Let's get off that dude because those type of people will get me. Why am my light doing what it's doing? I'm looking extra dark today. There's a Rebecca, I think y'all gonna appreciate this, right? So you obviously, I don't even got to ask. Everybody on this screen and probably half of the audience, y'all have had oxtails before, right? Especially from the island, you know, soul food, black folks. This next clip, it's a little long, but it really just shows how we can't even keep food. Like they are gentrifying food, and now they have increased because this oxtail has become a delicacy for the gentrifiers. The price of oxtails have gone up. Let's take a look at this first clip.
Oxtail is a dish that is popular around the world, but specifically within the Caribbean and within Caribbean communities in the U.S. Yes, it is what it sounds like. Back in the day, oxtail was specifically the tail of an ox. Today, it can be the tail of any cattle. What used to be considered a throwaway cut of meat is now one of the most expensive, ranging from $4 to $10 per pound, and half of its weight is bone.
My name is Chef D. I'm the executive chef of Island Spice Grill. So oxtail was considered a poor man's food in the islands and in Jamaica. Oxtails is considered offal, which is the less desirable part of the cattle. So a lot of butchers and a lot of plantation owners would prefer to go with higher end cuts in the meats because oxtails would just take too long to cook, and it was just considered waste. But the working man, the poor man, will find many ways to use the oxtails and turn it into a delicacy. It takes a long process to cook. And a lot of people like to rush
David said he likes oxtails
is very
too. David
high
real
in
black.
gelatin content.
David is black as
so
hell.
you want to cook it very slow and very low in fire, and that's where you get that meat feeling off the bone, and you get that sticky feeling in your hands. And it takes minimum 3 to 4 hours to cook for the ideal oxtails.
Now,
Slow braise it and kind of stew it. It has become very expensive, almost unaffordable.
Sorry to that, man. Sorry to the audience.
Love
Okay,
it,
so
you know, and there's a demand
that
for
looks
it.
so good. Oh my god.
Ben, they saw you. So they saw you hush us. By the way, Ben acted like we was in the background just now. He's like, shh. Ben, they saw that.
I'm laughing. I'm sorry, my bad. Because we just when something happens in the background, we just laugh. But the thing is y'all, $4 to $10 a pound for oxtail when you used to get that for like 30 cents. Like, I mean, they try to make, they taking everything that poor people use to survive and they turn it into a delicacy, gentrifying it, and we can't even afford it no more.
Let me tell you something. And we've been had it as a delicacy. Just because it was the poor man's food doesn't mean that we treated it like poor man's food. We seasoned it. Right. The way that we plated it, the way that the women fed their husband that oxtail, you know what I'm saying? The biggest part of it, the meat and stuff at the end. Let me tell you something. Okay.
With some good rice.
We've always seen the oxtail as something beautiful. And just because white folks are now starting to see, and I say white folks, it's some American stuff. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, y'all really out here and taking it. And I go to restaurants and they don't even cook down the oxtail like it's supposed to be cooked over here. So charging me $30 and then forcing me to go to my local Haitian restaurants when I get oxtail, and they having to up their prices as well. And I get a little attitude about it. I'm like, since when? And they be like, oh, since the price went up, you know, if we have to run the business, then we have to make sure that we change the prices as well. If you don't like it, you can get out. You know, they'll tell you that. They won't let you know.
This segment is called the meat segment, and that's what I just see on the screen.
Who did that? And why am I the big person with the meat segment at the box? Stop it. Why am I on the wide screen with meat segment? You guys want?
Yo, we need a nighttime show. Yo, we might need to flip this whole thing, put it in the night, so we can just be as like we really want to be. Go ahead, Rebecca. Though. That's wild.
It's ridiculous. And
$10 a pound.
This is where, and you know what it makes me think about, though, honestly? It makes me also think about how the marijuana industry, people, you know, they're creating all of this around marijuana, and it's not fair because marijuana was for the poor men to go out there and sell it so that they can feed their kids or make a way for themselves to live because they couldn't get jobs or whatever. But now they're actually making these big old dispensaries and selling, and it's legal for them. You know what I mean? But something that was looked down at. Yes, so for so long you can't do it. There's lots of shows that say it's terrible, and all of a sudden it's the new best thing, while Black people and brown people are still serving time for this exact thing. So it doesn't make sense. Now, when it comes to our food and the oxtail, the thing that y'all wouldn't even let us eat the other parts of the meat. Y'all would throw and give us the scraps in the trash, but we saw more to it and
made it better.
Do what it do. And here you guys go being disrespectful and upping the price. It's capitalism. It's trash. And I refuse. Like when I go like out of the country, like, to Haiti and things like that, whatever, we get it for what it's worth. They are raising these cattle. They're raising, the ox. They're raising these animals. So when they give it to us, they give it to us. But here, like, they have people who are raising the animals for them, paying them nothing, but charging the animals after they're big and fatted up and juicy,
genetically modified.
And genetically modified. Good old GMO, seasoned GMO.
Good old GMO.
But
put a little salt and pepper. You put some salt and pepper, some butter.
They're charging more than they're paying the people who raise their cattle and stuff like that. So, anyway.
Somebody said Tiger put $5 in the super chat to change the segment title to "Where's the Beef?" He said,
and one of my other friends, Cliff P, just texted me watching the show talking about like it or not has the meats.
We have the meats. No, that's for Dwayne to say.
Mark S said we need a Ghostface verse to go with these oxtails.
Oh man, bro, look at this. But I'm thinking about like how many things are they gonna do this like? Because catfish wasn't like a delicacy to these people before. Now catfish like $12 a pound. Oxtails $10.
Cooked nice and sauteed shrimp wasn't either, because there was white folks doing the raw shrimp just sitting in the little tomato juice like that's really something. But nah, they wasn't sauteing like that. They wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? All this food, all the mussels. Come on now,
know what I'm saying?
Mussels.
Everything we can't have nothing. We can't have poor folks.
We can't have nothing.
They came to our houses, didn't even want to sit in our houses, looking at us all nasty, like they too good to sit at our table, and then they tasted them to oxtails, and now they gentrified it.
What?
They stole it.
This is amazing! Wow,
this is amazing.
My taste buds are bursting with flavor. And
Otis, where'd you get this meat?
Holy! You know what, Maria and Marie. Can you guys come here, please? And can you guys save the recipe?
Do you mind sharing the recipe with my servants?
We're not sharing a thing. We're taking your recipe.
Oh, yeah,
write it down. Thank you. Write it down. Yeah.
No, what they did was they took us out of our homes and hired us to raise their kids, and we start cooking it in their house. That's what happened. Yep. And they're like, "Oh, this is amazing.
Yep.
Is this soulful?"
Wow, Marie Rose. Oh my gosh. No, Marie Rose. No, my name is Marie Rose. Marie Rose, how did you cook that with so much flavor? How did you just have? We tend to use salt and pepper. What did you use in it?
Remember those chickens ain't had not nan seasoning on it? Not a piece of seasoning on it. And so this is what's going to happen. I mean, they've already gentrified barbecue. I want to skip to this image. And they're saying that these are the best places in the country to get barbecue. Do you have that image? If we do, I want to pull it up on the screen.
Turkey necks, man. Sorry.
They're going down the list of all the stuff.
Someone said hog head cheese.
I don't... Listen, turkey neck, what house you go to and it was a clear person's house and they was eating turkey necks.
Hang on a second. Oh, man, we don't have it. Okay, they took it down. There was this image. They deleted the tweet. There was an image of where the best, it was a survey where the best places to get barbecue is in the country. And they said New Jersey, Seattle, and some other places where I know good and damn well they ain't got the best goddamn barbecue on the face of the country.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Who activated the voice of God in the background? Talking about they ain't got the best barbecue.
Okay.
Listen, and they didn't even have Texas on there. They had Miami, which Miami is cool, but Miami ain't the spot for like barbecue. You got to pull up to Palm Beach County and Broward County. You get some real barbecue in Florida. Texas is sometimes Texas got really, really, really good barbecue, but I've been to a couple places in Texas that were whack. But I know for a fact you're not going to find the best barbecue in Seattle and in New Jersey. But we don't have the image. I guess they got embarrassed so much. I've never tried
their barbecue there, but like up north, I think they have more. They're more the Italian, food. You have pastas. And well, we talk about queer people a lot, and I'm sorry, I'm switching it to give queer people some respect here. I'm putting some respect on their names. Now let me tell you, them Italians got seasoning in their food. Them Italians got that pasta on deck, the meatballs, baby. Them Italians know how to do the damn thing when it comes to that type of food. The real pizza. So I'll give that.
But
I'll give that to the North.
Stole the pasta from the Asians. They stole that too. They colonizers too.
I did see. Damn, ain't got nothing. God damn it. So what is European culture? God damn. What did y'all create? White supremacy?
White supremacy.
It's a big thing, but it's a big thing here. It's a big thing in this country. White supremacy is winning. White supremacy is definitely worth it. You get rich off of white supremacy. I mean, you can miss out on jail time.
Well, at least when the Italians took the pasta and the meatballs and whatever else they colonized, they didn't take the flavor out of it. They turkey butts. I ain't never had no. Now y'all done gone too far. I ain't never had no damn turkey butt. What the hell is a turkey butt?
For those of you who think that gospel music has gone too far, let me tell you something. Turkey butts. Turkey butts ain't.
Y'all done went too far.
Turkey butts. Oh man.
I'm sorry, like turkey
alligator
butts?
At Papa Do's. I've had that. I've tried it.
Alligator. Papa Do's don't be playing.
Alligator meat, shark meat, dog meat. Yeah, I've had it.
Yeah. So what we trying to do is like, listen, if y'all gonna steal soul food, y'all gotta steal the diabetes that come with it. You gotta put enough sugar in the stuff.
Then talk about it.
You gotta steal the heart disease that come with it. You gotta put 2 sticks of butter in it. Like whatever you cook, if you ain't dropping 2 sticks of butter in it, you ain't really cooking. So like, don't come in here and colonize our stuff.
If you ain't pouring the whole pack of sugar for your Kool-Aid, don't give me that. Don't give me your medicine. Okay,
it's
your
soul food with a side of diabetes.
If I don't see like the sugar still floating in that Kool-Aid, don't give it to me.
If I don't see the salt crystals,
side of high blood pressure.
If I don't see the salt crystals on that meal, you ain't season it. Come on, man, get that out of here.
Who is trying to eat your unseasoned crab? Like, I don't want to smell the meat.
I want to see nothing but Old Bay. Listen, I want a side of crab with my Old Bay. That's how we doing it in soul food. Y'all playing around here.
And then we want the side of sauce on top of what we got the side of, and they be like, ma'am, could you give us? And they be looking at me like, why do you need more? I need more because the high blood pressure isn't really. I'm not feeling it yet.
I'm not feeling it. My blood pressure.
I don't need my medicine yet.
My diabetes is still low. I know
sodium high.
Look, I know it's good if I got to go get my blood pressure medication. Come on, now, y'all play.
No, but y'all eat healthy. Don't be out here trying to get diabetes and high blood pressure. We're not condoning.
Joking. We're not condoning it. Listen, I never knew exactly how. See, my parents, like I said on the patrons part, we got a little bit of soul food in my family, right? It wasn't until like Easter of 2007 when I invited a friend over to cook with me for Easter, and I saw how much butter she put in them goddamn yams and how much sugar she put in them yams, and I said, no wonder black folks out here dying. Y'all out here seasoning this stuff to somebody that go into cardiac arrest. Yeah. So
our taste buds have been bursting with flavor since our parents gave us our first bottle of milk. Well, we didn't have no regular. Let me tell you something. Yeah, but see, we had a bursting with flavor at all time. So now that when we try to reduce it, it'd be like, damn, this food is dumb. I'm trying to eat healthy and I can't even eat nothing good. I gotta eat this thing without sugar. They want me to use damn syrup, like some kind of, I don't know what this is. And then it's be like, okay, now I gotta do like a saltless stuff and talking about this is good if you just put a little seasoning. Sometimes seasoning needs salt.
See, they put exactly. If it ain't got no sodium, it ain't food. I'm joking.
It ain't food.
Oh man! All right, so we're gonna take it to the after party and get even more stupid because it's at 9:48, and we want to make sure that we reward all the people who are supporters, financial supporters of the show. Patreon.com/like it or not. We're gonna take it to the after party. Rebecca James, what y'all think?
We're gonna take it definitely to the after party. I was gonna be nice and be like, since it's my birthday,
you want to keep it open?
I do, but I know that our supporters who do pay, are you guys okay with that? With us keeping it open?
Well, let's do it like this.
Show?
Why don't we, at a minimum, post the link to the after party link, right? And then your price of admission to the after party is to come to the Like It or Not stream. that David is going to post in the chat rooms
like
on
that.
Facebook, Twitch, everywhere. And we need you to subscribe to that channel so that, as we grow that channel out, and we're going to start doing the show on that channel so that all of the super chats that you send, like even though YouTube is going to take their 50%, whatever the case may be, it's all nice and segregated. We want to segregate it and make sure in a good way to make sure that Like It or Not is its own baby and it grows on its own. So we're going to take a little break. James, give the folks some music. We're going to keep it open. Our producer David is going to, in Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, we're going to post the link to the after party. Everybody's invited because it's Rebecca's weekend. Go ahead and fill your glasses with some morning libations, some orange juice or something, and we'll see you at the after party. Let's do it.
Yep.
Right. Real quick, I'm going to read some of these super chats, man. Oh my gosh, there's so many because y'all have been keeping me busy. Crunchy Frog says, Europeans are putting raisins and mayo on everything. Let's see. Tiger, clear culture is you made this? Nah, B, I made this. Right. Your Dig 69 says they took the numbers game and turned it into the lotto. Right. We have Kev Z who says turkey butts and lima beans. You are straight from the country, Kev. Where you from? We have Jason J. That survey is talking about Newark. We got some barbecue, Caribbean, Brazilian food here for sure. Okay, check that out. Then we have Crunchy Frog again, who said turkey butts wham too. Y'all are crazy with these turkey butts. All right. What, Dwayne, you don't like lima beans, bruh? Lima beans is the best with some cornbread and some ketchup and some, man.
They can keep that country shit.
Oh man, Clayton Phipps say it's crazy what they have done with the cannabis industry. If you don't have 5 million, you ain't getting a license in PA and you can't have a record. Yeah, that's crazy. They gonna try to make money off every damn thing that they can. Real quick, we have Andy from Ohio on Twitch that said, good morning, everyone. It'll be Rebecca's birthday in 14 hours and 18 minutes. Granted, that was sent at 9:22, so it's 14 hours and like exactly 14 hours probably now. All right, y'all. And I think we have one more. Did I miss one? Infinite content. The colonizers have got their hands on the oxtails. Damn it. I can't stand y'all. Laura Estrada. Peasant food is the best food. It's made with love and care. Rice and beans, pasta, rice, and cheap cuts of meat. Yeah, that's absolutely right, Laura. The peasant food is the best goddamn food in the world. Off the damn chain, y'all. So since it's Friday, I'm going to drop some more new music for y'all. So here we go. Don't slip on the trip. Don't slip on the trail. Tempo, tempo. Can you keep up with my tempo? Tempo. Yeah, yeah. Blowing up. C4. I just hit the Mike Jackson on my tiptoes. Oh yeah. I know we go wherever that wind blows. The end of. Shout out to everybody that's watching y'all. Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere that you tune in. We appreciate y'all. It is the after party. Don't slip on the drip. It's like in a not y'all. Don't what they say? Don't slip on the drip. Okay, don't slip on it. It's drippy out here, baby. In my tadpoles. Yeah, yeah. I just had to go crack now on my depot. All right, y'all. Make sure that y'all click on that link that's pinned in this room. Make sure that you click on the link that is pinned so you can switch over to the link on the Like It or Not page. It's still going to be public, but make sure you click on that link and join that stream, okay? Make sure y'all do that because this stream will end momentarily. Make sure that you click on it. We're going to leave it open to make sure everybody gets shifted over. Click on that link and y'all switch over, y'all. It's the after party, Like It or Not.
Yeah, I pull up and I stunt like a 007 James Bond type movie, yeah. Hey, don't slip on the trail. No, 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 no. Don't slip on the trail.
I got what you want. Give me all of your love since it's burning hot. It's what you do to me, babe, I can guarantee. Honey, I got what you need. Under the night sky, I want your eyes.
Some more new music, y'all. I went on the search last night and found some good stuff. So y'all get the good stuff today on Friday, y'all. Rebecca's birthday weekend. Turn up.
Turn your mic to you, Rebecca. I can barely hear you.
My mic ain't on?
No. Turn it towards your face.
It's towards my face.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I be in the mic, okay? All right. Step away from it. Voice be is just loud.
Hey, Brendan, I'm going to make a quick announcement. Bring the music down just a little bit for the people. Listen, we still have 305 people watching on the Benjamin Dixon Show channel. I need you to click on the link that I tagged that I pinned. And I want you to come over. If you're on Facebook, come on over. It should be, David, did you get in the chat room on Facebook? I want to make sure that everybody has a chance. It's on all of them. Great. It's on all of them. So the link is there. Join us on the Like It or Not page. It is open to everybody. It's Rebecca's birthday weekend. And we want you to come over and subscribe to that channel so we can keep that channel growing. Starting in June, just as an announcement, starting in June, we are going to be streaming exclusively on the Like It or Not page, on the Like It or Not Facebook page, on the Like It or Not YouTube page, on the Like It or Not Twitter page, as soon as I can remember the password, and so on and so forth. So make sure that you are coming over and migrating. You still have access to everything if you are a Benjamin Dixon Show patron. Don't leave me, y'all. I still got paid bills to pay. You get access to everything if you are a Benjamin Dixon Show patron as well as a Like It or Not patron. We cross-pollinate. We are one and the same. That said, it's time for the after party. Hey. Okay, here they come. Folks are coming in.
Shoulders.
Give me shoulders. No, we did not. Jenna Beck said, did we coordinate this morning? No, we did not coordinate. It just happens, James.
It just happens always.
It always happens. At least twice a week, we wear the same colors. And then Rebecca's in the middle with the contrast.
Okay. With the nice contrast, right.
Oh, well, thank you. Y'all been giving me compliments all day. I feel some type of way about that. Oh, that's crazy. Y'all being nice. Everybody, all three of y'all being nice. I don't know how I
You're
feel
not used to
about
that?
It's kind of strange.
You feel like you in, like there's something, there's a shoe about to drop.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I feel like you guys are about to like attack me or something. But no, I really appreciate it.
Oh, man.
We ain't gonna attack
you know what?
Sister.
Truth be told, yeah. Oh no, I got one picture. I got something. Remember the other day we didn't talk about the pipeline. So these cats who the Colonial Pipeline, they got